Does anyone remember Prehysteria? If you do, you'll remember it as the movie where a kid finds miniature dinosaurs and keeps them as pets. And if you don't, that's what it is. It's like Diet Jurassic Park for little kids, with some extra cheese on top. Cheese on top of a drink? I don't know. The point is, anytime I bring up this movie, which is honestly pretty regularly, nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. So I've come to you, Tube. Do you recall Prehysteria? You should, because apparently it made $100 million in VHS rentals. Or maybe not. I don't even know anymore. We'll talk about it later. Plus, when it came out, TV Guide called it the worst kind of kid film. Alright, maybe it was just a classic to me. So tell your mom to pack your lunch, because we're going on a trip back to 1993. Prehysteria was based on a concept by storyboard artist Peter Von Shelly.
Prehysteria was just an outgrowth of a childhood fascination with reptiles and pets and dinosaurs. When I was a little kid, I used to have dreams occasionally of having little pet dinosaurs in terrariums and things.
He brought that idea to director Charles Band, who at the time was looking to create a new branch of his production company, Full Moon Features. Full Moon mostly made low-budget, direct-to-video genre films, but he wanted to start making family-friendly stuff, so he started Moonbeam Entertainment. And when his main storyboard artist pitched him the idea of a movie with pet dinosaurs, he thought this is the perfect first kids movie for Moonbeam. He brought his dad, Albert Band, on board to co-direct the movie with him so that they could shoot it as quick and cheap as possible.
Well, it became a practical matter, really, because we had to get the schedule done.
It came out direct-to-video on June 30th, 1993, just 19 days after Jurassic Park was released in theaters. Charles was smart, because he knew Steven Spielberg was directing Jurassic Park, and it was going to be a huge blockbuster. And he wanted to take advantage of the fact that there was going to be a ton of young kids who wanted to see Jurassic Park, but couldn't because it was rated PG-13 and too violent.
Today is opening day for Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg's prehistoric mega movie. But as Primetime's David Gilmour tells us, some children may not like what they see.
I was expecting a little child's movie. This movie was not like that. It was a horror film, a total horror film.
So Charles figured Prehysteria could fill that void in the market. And it's a genius move, because the basic concept is the ultimate kid wish fulfillment. So of course kids are gonna love that. I mean, I made my dad rent it just based on the cover. That's a pretty sweet cover. So when Prehysteria randomly popped in my head a while back, I immediately went home and watched it for the first time in 25 years. It's more fun than Jurassic World. First off, the title. 10 out of 10. Perfect.
Do you know what Prehysteria means?
It's a plan.
Prehysteria is to dinosaurs what Beatlemania was to the Beatles. It's a sort of a mental disorder.
I'm a sucker for a pun title. I think every movie should have a pun title. Go watch my short film, Doggone. This opening music just immediately opened the nostalgia floodgates for me. I haven't watched this in 25 years, but I immediately remembered the theme, and that's pretty impressive. The music was actually composed by the director's brother, Richard Band. This movie is a real family business operation. So the movie starts not like Jurassic Park, but instead like another Spielberg classic, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It starts with an explorer searching the jungles of South America. He's looking for some sacred junk.
You know, the sacred junk.
All the local guides get scared and leave except one, and then he falls into a soundstage. They make it look like there are a bunch of booby traps in this temple, but he doesn't set off a single one of them, which is lame. In the back of the temple, he discovers the frozen food section, and that's where he finds what he's been looking for. Sacred dinosaur eggs. Perfectly preserved. But then his new friend is ready to double-cross him. Sound familiar?
Throw me the idol, I throw you the whip. Give me the whip. Adios, señor.
He tells him he has to put the eggs back because a god gave his tribe these eggs, and as long as they're kept cold and sacred, no harm will come to his people. So, of course...
Thanks for the history lesson, amigo. Hasta luego.
He's not being very delicate with these sacred eggs. Then we meet the main kid, Jerry, whose one personality trait is that he loves Elvis. But the best part is he's not actually listening to Elvis.
Can you believe my brother listens to Elvis?
The filmmakers realized they couldn't afford actual Elvis songs, so they just hired a musician to make Elvis-ish songs. If you don't know for a fact that you're gonna be able to afford Elvis, maybe don't make that the defining trait of your main character. The main kid actor, Austin O'Brien, you might recognize him because he did The Last Action Hero right after this movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the last action hero.
And then a year later, he was in My Girl 2.
My Girl, America's Sweetheart is back. My Girl 2.
Then we meet his big sister Monica, and this movie was definitely written by 4 dudes because her one personality trait is that she is so annoying. She's a brat, she hates everyone, she sneaks out at night.
I hate this stupid farm.
'Cause girls suck. I also hate how many times she says daddy in this movie.
Daddy? 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 No, it's not okay, Daddy.
I don't like it. I don't like it. We've learned that their dad, Frank, found some dinosaur fossils in the yard, which is not abnormal for them.
What'd you find?
More fossils. Go get your sister and come help me.
We get a brief mention of their dead mom because 90s kids movie.
You ever think about Mom? Think she's in heaven?
And we learn that their dad recently gave away their dog Ruby's 5 puppies, and Ruby's depressed.
That last litter we gave away almost broke her heart.
And now I'm depressed. That's a sad undertone for a kids movie. So they head out to sell the fossils at the local oddity shop.
I want a life. I don't want to go to a dumb museum.
It's worth noting, I guess they were on a picnic and they bring their cooler into the oddity shop and set it inside. Why they don't just leave it in the car, I don't know. Here we meet the dad's crush, the store clerk, Vicky. They released Prehysteria on Blu-ray in 2018 and recorded a new commentary with one of the directors, Charles Band, and the lead kid, Austin O'Brien. And the thing I love most about the commentary is through the whole thing, the director just regularly doesn't know what the hell is happening in his own movie.
Is he divorced? Is that his wife, or is that a girl he's picking up?
No, he's definitely trying to pick up on her, but his wife died.
Oh, okay.
My mom died. Charlie,
wow.
Come on. Have some sympathy.
Yeah, okay, I vaguely remember that.
Which I can't really blame him because apparently he's produced over 350 movies and he directed over 70 movies, including some of the Puppet Master sequels, The Ginger Dead Man, Evil Bong, and Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong. So I can understand if he was busy and didn't go back and rewatch Prehysteria a dozen times like I did. So Frank's trying to sell his fossils, but Vicky is too busy trying to get his bone.
You have very pretty eyes, Mr. Taylor.
It's Frank.
So, shall we take another look at what you got here, Frank?
Absolutely.
This is getting weird. This is like adult film levels of horny. And then they almost make out? Jeez. So Vicky's boss shows up and it's the explorer from the beginning of the movie, Rico Sarno. He owns the oddity shop and he sets his incredibly valuable dinosaur eggs outside of his office. The ones that he just got back from South America to get. Why? And what do you know? It's the same cooler as the family's. Anyways, the daughter, Monica, is jealous of the dad's crush on Vicky, so the kids cock block them and they leave.
Daddy, are we gonna hang out in this boneyard all day?
But first, they ask the dog to grab the cooler, and what do you know? She grabs the wrong cooler. It's not the dog's fault that you all bought a generic cooler.
Getting pretty cozy with Professor Cupcakes, huh?
Leave him alone, he's horny.
I didn't even know you could say that in a kid's movie. I should point out we're over 20 minutes into the movie at this point, and there's still not a single dinosaur. Even the director's pissed.
Where the hell are the dinosaurs? Where are those little dinosaurs?
Meanwhile, Rico gets on the phone with some rich dude and tells him he's got something big to sell.
Look, I don't want to get prehysterical here.
He said it. Vicky grabs his cooler and opens it up, and they realize that he should not have left his cooler outside his office.
Where are my eggs?
The family gets back to the farm, and Ruby takes the cooler down into the basement without them realizing and puts the eggs into her bed so that she can care for them because she misses her own babies. That's just so sad. Also, now the eggs are just 100% painted rocks. The family can't find their cooler, so they go search in the crop fields.
Who are they looking for? The dog? The eggs?
The cooler.
The cooler. Right. Okay,
yes.
Thanks, Austin.
It's okay. It's all right.
pointing
That's
this
what I'm
out.
here for.
Yes.
The next day, Rico shows up with their cooler, and the dad is more excited than I've ever been for anything in my whole life.
Great, we have been looking all over all night for this. Thank you very much.
Rico demands that they give him his cooler back, but the dad doesn't know what he's talking about, so he kicks him out. Then finally we get what this movie's been promising us all along, mini dinosaurs.
Showtime, movie.
It's super cute. It feels like an E.T. moment. So we finally get to see all the dinosaurs. There's 5 in total, and the puppets honestly look pretty damn good. We get a Brachiosaurus, a Stegosaurus, a Chasmosaurus, a Geosternbergia, I don't know, the flying one, and the coolest of all, friggin' Tyrannosaurus Rex. Jerry is surprisingly chill for seeing living dinosaurs for the first time. Like, think of Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler in Jurassic Park seeing dinosaurs for the first time. And then compare that to Prehysteria, where he's just kind of like,
wow.
There's not like a moment where he's gonna freak out. For a low-budget family movie, I love how much effort they clearly put into the puppets. Apparently this set was built 5 feet above ground so that they could have the puppeteers underneath operating all the dinosaurs. They're all rod puppets, except most of the shots of the flying one are stop motion. And I think it genuinely looks really awesome. Peter Von Shelly's wife, Andrea Von Shelly, actually designed and sculpted all 5 of the tiny dinos.
Basically, of course, it's Pete's idea, it's his dream, and we worked together creating the actual stars of the show, which are the dinosaurs, and that was a lot of fun.
I'm Andrea Von Shelly, and I'd like to show you something about how dinosaur models are made and how you can build one yourself.
Needless to say, the Von Shelleys are now my ideal couple goals. Does Jurassic Park have dino cuddling? I don't think so. T-Rex is the king, so of course he names them
Elvis!
That's cute. I liked it a lot, I can't lie. I also like that each of the dinosaurs has their own little unique voice. One guy did the voices for all the dinosaurs, legendary voice actor Frank Welker. And you can totally hear it, he ended up doing the voices for all the Martians in Mars Attacks. And he voiced one of cinematic history's best duos, Toka and Razor, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Mama?
Jerry realizes he lost the flying one and he has to find it before his sister because girls are the worst and she'll ruin everything.
Yeah, my turn. It's always my turn. I'm so sick of it.
That was a stop motion plate that they overlaid, and it doesn't look great, but I still give them props for trying to do it practically, because Jurassic Park is really where CGI advanced to where they could make stuff look good, but it only came out 19 days before this movie, so they did not get to learn from Jurassic Park, just try to take its money. So Jerry takes Monica to the basement and introduces her to their new pets, and just like her brother, again, she's so chill.
They're so neat.
Yeah, they're neat. They're dinosaurs.
Elvis, she just got kissed on the tush by the king.
You also might be wondering what the dinosaurs are standing on, and as a kid, I just thought that they were standing in their own shit.
I don't know what they're lying in. It doesn't look very good, but...
I think it's raisins.
Oh, you're right. Well, I'm glad you're here, because you remember this stuff.
Yeah.
Because they live on a raisin farm? I don't know. I like the idea of it being their shit. They decide to give all the dinosaurs musician names, which is super cute. They go with Elvis, Jagger, Hammer, Paula, and Monica names the flying one Madonna.
That's a good material, girl.
Oh my god, look at her horrifying fake hand. The dad gets suspicious that the kids are up to something because they locked the basement door.
Jerry, open this door. What's going on? Who locked this door? Why is this door locked? So what's going on, Jer?
So he sits them down and then accuses them of letting their dog bang the neighbor's dog.
Ruby's pregnant, isn't she?
What?
We'd never lie to you, Daddy.
And then the kids say that the dog is lonely and deserves to bang the neighbor's dog.
It's not fair to Ruby keeping her cooped up down there like that.
She has rights too. Yeah, if Monica was in heat, you wouldn't lock her down there.
This is getting weird. Meanwhile, the dinos figure out how to escape the basement and then head to the kitchen for a snack. And when Frank finds the messed up kitchen, we get the director's favorite shot in the movie.
What the?
We get a lot of fun, cute effect shots of the dinosaurs causing a ruckus. I love in this shot, you can see the strings.
Monica! Jerry! Get down here on the double!
So the dad is just instantly annoyed at the tiny dinosaurs. Is nobody gonna be amazed at the dinosaurs in this movie? At this point, it's just pissing me off. I'm getting too flustered. So he makes the kids put the dinosaurs back in the basement and then clean up.
What am I, the maid? Why can't we keep them, Dad?
You lied to me, Jer. That cooler was down here the whole time, wasn't it?
Wait, that's why he can't keep the tiny dinosaurs? The fucking cooler? This guy loves his cooler. Back at the oddity shop, we meet the janitor, Whitey, who creeps me the hell out.
Working late, Miss Vic?
Oh, God, why do you scare the bejesus out of me?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I really don't understand the inclusion of this character at all, but it makes me uncomfortable. He feels like an axe murderer in one of the director's other B horror movies just stumbled onto this kids movie set and they just kept rolling.
Now, don't take this wrong, but we're missing a cooler from the lab, and I was just wondering if...
Well, I do take it wrong, Miss Vicky. I clean and watch over this place like it was my own child, and I've never taken so much as a tissue.
Vicky's gonna go missing. Then Rico joins in, and now he's convinced that Whitey stole the eggs.
I knew it! I knew it was Whitey. Good job, Vic.
Rico, no!
Get his legs, sir.
Until Whitey kicks his ass, and then Rico's convinced that Vicky stole the eggs.
Mr. Sarno, I never touched your precious little cooler.
How do I know that? I don't know that!
I didn't take it!
He holds her keys hostage and doesn't let her leave no matter how bad she begs.
Where are my keys?
Where is my cooler?
I don't have your cooler, okay?
You're a lying, deceitful little tramp.
Ew, your breath is killing me!
So she grabs a rock and smashes him in the face.
Vicky, I'm so scared. Oh!
So Vicky's all flustered and heads to the farm so she can tell Frank about Rico just assaulting her.
He just kept coming at me, so I hit him. I hit him hard.
But Frank just kind of laughs it off.
With a hunk of bedrock.
What, you killed Fred Flintstone?
This isn't funny.
Rightfully so, she gets pissed off and wants to leave, but then Frank takes her keys and refuses to let her go.
Give me my keys back.
What keys?
Sounds familiar. This is not the correct response to a woman just telling you she was assaulted, Frank, you dick. Jerry grabs a boombox so he can play some music for his new dino pets, so he puts on a classic Elvis song, Rock Godzilla. Wait a minute, this isn't Elvis. There's no purpose for this scene whatsoever, but it's their Johnny Be Good moment, so I'll allow it. Upstairs, Frank tells Vicky about the dinos.
Frank, dinosaurs haven't been around for 65 million years.
No shit. Vicky meets the dinosaurs and is moderately amazed. Still not the level of enthusiasm I'm looking for, but at least she has a surprised expression on her face.
These things were over 40 feet long and 7 tons, the biggest terrestrial carnivore that ever lived.
Vicky decides they can't give the dinosaurs back to Rico because he'll just sell them to a circus. So Frank convinces Vicky to stay the night so that nothing will happen to her. Nothing but a makeout session, hey-o! The scene of them flirting on the couch is so sexual. Why is it in a kid's movie? No kid's gonna give a shit about this subplot, and no adult is gonna be watching this and thinking, you know what, I really like this relationship, I'm rooting for them. Actually, I take that back because the director's pretty into it.
I want to see Miss Vicky, like, making out with your dad. What is this dude going to make out with the chick that he's all excited? Did that ever happen
really
in these movies?
excited about that, huh?
I am, because I don't remember that part at all. Oh, thank the heavens.
Your moment.
It's taken an hour.
Monica weirdly spies on her dad and Vicky making out until the flighty dinosaur ruins it.
Frank.
So now it can talk, just like a parrot. The next morning, Vicky is working on their greenhouse to give the dinos somewhere to live.
Morning.
Nice underwear.
The raisins.
Nice.
Is she gonna finish her little project sometime this month? I can't babysit these things forever, you know.
I'll be done soon. Why don't you just put them inside?
Why don't you?
Monica's boyfriend Danny shows up for no apparent reason other than just being the California surfer dude that was in every 90s movie.
You were so fresh. I had to see my lady love.
I feel like the director watched Encino Man the year before and really wanted to put Pauly Shore in his movie.
I think he was saying he likes your cones. I see where your daughter gets her legs.
Daddy?
But just like Elvis, they couldn't afford him. Rico shows up to the farm pointing a gun in Frank's face.
Hello, farm boy. Whoa! Caught you with your pants down, huh?
I know he's a farmer, but he's pretty nonchalant for having a loaded gun pointed directly at his face.
What do you want, Sarno?
You know what I want, Woodhick. I want my babies back, and I want them now.
Rico says he knows Frank stole his dinosaur eggs, but Frank acts like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then Elvis bites Rico on the ankle, letting him know that they do, in fact, have his dinosaurs.
Turn around and bend over.
What do you think you're... Okay.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, God.
On to the third act, baby! Rico hires 2 henchmen to help him get his dinosaurs back because every kid's movie after 1990 with Home Alone had to have 2 goofy burglars for comic relief. But these dudes are no wet bandits.
So, they're like dinosaurs, but they're not real dinosaurs, Mr. Sarno? Yes, Lewis. They're deformed lizards.
Speaking of deformed, I knew this hunchback in the 6th grade. You can imagine when this guy had it itch. Hey, oh.
Gotta be kidding me.
Hey, some lizard bites me, I'll grind him up into a pair of shoes. Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh my God. Who wrote this material? 'Cause it almost feels like someone else wrote this scene.
Rico and his cronies get to the farm, and Vicky tells them if they take the dinosaurs out of this greenhouse, the dinosaurs are gonna die. What? Since when? They've been chilling in the basement for like a week and they're totally fine. The bad guys throw all the dinosaurs in cages, except the flying one manages to escape. They grab Vicky and the dog, then Rico points his gun at the family and tells them to turn around and count to 500 or else.
I'll kill the new lady of the house. I'll kill her. I'll kill her dead.
I completely forgot about this, but it scared the shit out of me as a kid. I feel like there's an art to writing a villain in a kid's movie that is threatening enough for you to care about the story, but also fits in the world of the kid's movie, like Home Alone. Harry and Marv are actually scary, but they're funny at the same time.
Suck brick, kid!
Rico's just an asshole.
I said shut up!
So immediately after these armed thugs trespass on his land, steal his kid's new pet dinosaurs, take his dog, and kidnap his girlfriend at gunpoint, we immediately cut to the family's just eating breakfast. Eating breakfast?
What happened to Ruby?
They took Ruby too.
They did? The bad guys?
They took his girlfriend,
Oh,
our
wow.
dog, the dinosaurs.
Dude, that's like a bummer.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to save her. He doesn't go to the authorities. The kids have to pressure their dad into giving a shit about his kidnapped girlfriend.
Are we just gonna sit around here while she rots down there with that greedy slob?
Did I not tell you to eat? Now eat.
They read in the newspaper that Vicky and Rico are planning to unveil the dinosaurs at the museum later that day. So local reporters and the townspeople are all showing up for this grand unveiling. Meanwhile, without discussing any kind of change of heart or coming up with a plan of what to do, we just cut to Frank and the kids going to the oddity shop across the street from the museum, where they meet up with Whitey, the serial killer.
Hot damn. What's the wing spread on that squab?
Where's Sarno?
Oh, he's across the street doing his act.
Frank tells the kids to stay put and then walks across the street like a badass, and it feels like there's gonna be some epic moment, but he just stands there and looks disappointed at Rico. And finally, it's time to unveil the dinos.
I give you prehistoric life!
The dog? Wait, what? There's no explanation as to how this happened. Frank looks proud and not surprised at all, as if this was his plan. We don't see him talk about it or execute it.
Where are my sugar babies?
I think we're supposed to assume that it was Whitey, like he had time to swap the dinos in between his murder sprees. But Whitey never told Frank this plan, so why is Frank looking so cocky like this was his plan all along? What? I'm so confused. And this is the climax of the movie? The 3 main characters didn't do shit.
What's going on here? I missed the whole plot.
Except Frank punches Rico in the face and then makes out with Vicky.
So, do you love those punks as much as me?
Your kids?
No, the dinos.
I'm getting there, Mr. Taylor. I'm getting there.
She's not pissed that he witnessed her being kidnapped at gunpoint and then waited a full 24 hours just to casually stroll up. Whitey reunites the kids with their little dinos and then also continues to scare the shit out of me with this shot of him looking directly into camera. Stop it. Stop. I don't like it.
How you doing, Elvis?
So they load up the dinosaurs in the truck, and then Whitey gives us one last ominous comment.
It's a fine-looking family you got there, Mr. T.
Be a real shame if something was to happen to him. Even the director is done with Whitey at this point.
Okay, enough of Whitey. Enough Whitey.
I love Whitey. He was so
let's
sweet.
cut to a dinosaur. That guy's
There
cool.
we go.
And we get a nice little happy ending as the family rides off. But first, the final shot in the movie.
Don't tell me it's the last shot of the movie of Whitey. That would be really a bummer.
Just wait. It gets
okay.
even deeper. Wait for it.
Who the heck is that? What kind of way to end the movie? Who's
I
that
love
dude?
that you don't know. Just some guy who's really mad that the bus hasn't come yet.
So it's the tour guide from the opening of the movie.
He was at the beginning of the movie. He was the tour guide.
That is so stupid. I apologize.
It's
everyone.
setting it up.
I know, but they should have.
For the sequels that I will not be in.
We should have ended with some cute dinosaur shots, less of Whitey, and they drive away.
Well, it's been,
I know we set it up, but this is a terrible ending. So
I
I'm
love
sorry.
that it just that is now also the backdrop for the credits and everything.
Which is even stupider. We're gonna watch this schmo here for like 2 minutes.
I've been waiting for this bus for 45 minutes.
Very, very, very lame.
So I guess that's supposed to help set up a sequel, which they made 2 sequels, but that guy's not in either one of them.
I hope that Prehysteria and the little dinos come back and have other adventures.
We sure left the door open.
Yes, I guess so.
Guys, I might have messed up. At the beginning of this video, I said that Prehysteria made $100 million in VHS rentals. I did read that. But now I've found multiple articles that say Prehysteria made $100 million, but none of them have an actual source. Even on Wikipedia, it says that, but it says citation needed. So I don't even know where the $100 million claim originally came from, because I can't find a quote from the director anywhere. So naturally, I emailed his production company and asked if they can confirm the success of Prehysteria and that it made $100 million, and they have not responded. So then I tweeted Charles Band and asked if he could confirm, and he also didn't respond. So I don't know, am I just spreading lies now? This is not what the internet is for. You're not supposed to lie on the internet. But I did find an article from 1993 in the LA Times where they said that Prehysteria had sold 70,000 units to video rental stores, making it the most successful direct-to-video movie ever. So let's do some reverse math. 100 million divided by 70,000. Okay, so each copy of Prehysteria would have had to have made $1,428.57. Yeah. I tried to find video rental prices from Blockbuster in 1993, and the closest thing I could find was someone on Reddit posted a receipt from Blockbuster in 1995, and those rentals cost $3.25. So let's just round down to $3 since it was a couple years before. Okay, so each of those copies would have had to have been rented 476 times. I guess over years? Is it possible? I don't know. But it's not impossible. All right, let's get back to talking about the sequels. I actually remember watching the second one as a kid more than the first one. He's like a spoiled rich kid who gets the dinosaurs. It's basically like the first movie meets Richie Rich.
The Wellington estate was a happy place. Except for one small problem.
God help us, he has returned.
But the baddest kid in town
Stay back, Warden. I'm armed and dangerous.
is about to get a whole new attitude.
Elvis? Rock and roll dinosaurs. Outstanding.
The rock and roll dinosaurs return. Prehysteria 2.
And I never watched the third one, but based on the box, it takes place at a mini golf course, so I am in.
The McGregors own the most run-down miniature golf course on Earth. 5 surprise visitors from the prehistoric past
Lordy. Pee-wee dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
will help them turn their business around.
What do you think this is? Dino Putt? That's it! Dino Putt! We'll make a fortune!
Prehysteria 3.
I'm actually surprised that more movies haven't used this concept of a kid getting a dinosaur for a pet, which makes Prehysteria perfect for a remake. All right, if we're remaking this movie, I think there's one basic through line that was totally missed in this movie. There should be no family dog, and at the beginning, the kid should be obsessed with getting a pet because they've never had a pet before. Let's make it a girl this time just to make up for the fact that the sister sucks so much in the original. So she's begging her dad for a pet, and she will not be calling him daddy in this movie.
Please, Daddy?
She wants a dog or a cat or a turtle or a bunny, anything. She just wants a pet so bad. And the dad can be super strict and keep saying, no, you don't even do your homework. How are you gonna take care of a pet? I can't trust you because you're not responsible. And she can keep asking him in obnoxious ways. It would be funny if she's asking him like in the old Nickelodeon magazine commercials where the kids would just ask their parents for the magazine in crazy ways.
Of course, you can think of a nice, polite way to ask.
Nickelodeon magazine, please.
Nickelodeon magazine, please. There were lots of ways to show you really want Nickelodeon magazine.
If she's doing that stuff but asking for a pet and the dad's just getting more and more annoyed, and when she finds the eggs she could think, oh, whatever this is, I'm gonna hatch them myself and watch them for a week without telling my dad because then he'll see I can take care of a pet on my own. And then the eggs hatch. Picture the moment from the original where he's holding the T-Rex and petting his dog, and it's a really cute moment, but imagine how much more emotional it would be if she has never had a pet before. Also, in this version, I want everyone to actually be amazed at the mini dinosaurs. I feel like you can also have a lot more fun with just the concept of dinosaurs as pets. Like she should be playing fetch with them like a dog.
Stick, stupid! Fetch a stick, boy. Yes! You like your stick? You want to get it?
Or she puts a dinosaur movie on the TV and then all the dinosaurs watch it and start roaring at it. Or picture the girl holding 5 leashes attached to the dinosaurs and being yanked around by them. Also, just to clarify, these dinosaurs have to still be puppets, no CGI. In the original, the bad guy goes through all this trouble just because he wants the eggs so that he can sell them. I think it would be a lot more fun if he is opening a roadside attraction that's like a mini Jurassic Park. It could be right off the road and he could call it Jurassic Parking Lot.
Like this. Just gotta add the word lot.
Welcome to Jurassic
Parking Lot. It'd probably be a copyright issue, but screw them, let them sue us. It could just be like a mini Jurassic Park where there's small enclosures for each of the dinosaurs. He'd be like a wannabe John Hammond mixed with Professor Screw Eyes, the evil over-the-top ringmaster from We're Back.
Welcome to Professor Screw Eyes' eccentric circus.
Plus now we have the benefit of Jurassic Park actually existing and being out. So you could do fun little parodies of Jurassic Park, but on a mini scale. Like we could recreate the classic kitchen scene where the raptors are chasing the kids, but it could be all 5 dinosaurs chasing after the bad guy at the end. Let me know what kind of ideas you guys have and what you would want to see in a remake or a sequel. Or if you just think the original's perfect and it shouldn't be touched. Prehysteria doesn't really have that much in common with Jurassic Park, but it was really smart of the filmmakers to kind of piggyback off the success of a huge summer blockbuster, because Jurassic Park ended up becoming the highest grossing movie ever at that point.
Jurassic Park, I haven't heard of that one.
Well, it's kind of like this movie, except big dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Overall, Prehysteria isn't a great movie. It's not really even a good one, but I still love it for the nostalgia and just for the pure cheese. This movie just has a lot of charm. Anyways, thanks for watching me ramble about an obscure 90s kids movie because my friends are getting sick of it. My ultimate dream is to write and direct kids and family movies, so I'm gonna try to start doing this more where I just kind of talk about movies that I loved as a kid, why I loved them, and then ways that they could be remade or what, you know, how would they exist in a modern filmscape? Is that a word? Filmscape? Filmscape? Filmscape. I'm gonna Google. Okay, it's not looking like a word. It is now. You get the point. So until next time, be kind, rewind. My voice cracked.